So before we answering the study question, I would like to guide you through three components of the case. First is the company, second is the challenge, and the proposed solution. So about the company, Starbucks Corporation, it founded in 1971 and revolutionized the global coffee industry by transforming a simple beverage into a premium lifestyle experience. And the brand value proposition centered around three pillars. First is high quality source of coffee, warm, intimate customer service, and a welcoming store atmosphere. And the challenge in this case is that despite its impressive financial performance, Starbucks faced a growing internal concern like customer satisfaction was declining. And the market research in 2002 reviewed service gap. Customers no longer perceive Starbucks as delivering exceptional personalized service. Right? The common issue included long wait time, operational bottlenecks, barista overwhelmed by complex drink customization, loss of intimacy and emotional connection in the customer experience, and rapid store expansion had diluted its brand positioning, making it harder to sustain a high-touch service model. So the proposed solution in the case to address the challenge is invest $40 million annually to add 20 extra labor hours per store per week. And operation change aim to improve the speed of service, enhance personalization, and giving person more time, and restore the Starbucks premium core identity.
The most prominent factors that make Starbucks successful in the early 90s is they place the customer first in their value proposition. Deep dive, their value proposition was providing a coffee experience. To make it happen, there are three factors. The first one is the quality of the product, the service design, and also they targeting the specific group of customer. Starting with the quality is the coffee itself. Starbucks prided itself on offering what is believed to be the highest quality coffee in the world, sourcing from Africa, Central and South America, or the Asian Pacific region. The brand keeps full control at the high and consistent level of the supply chain management. The next factor is they targeting the specific target audience. Starbucks coffee in the 90s was targeted primarily towards the affluent, well-educated, and white-collar people. Being able to attract such an affluent demographic and serving them by providing the superior service, it helps Starbucks being able to provide the service at a consistent level and keep the customer satisfied. The third factor is the atmosphere or the service design. So back to the 90s, most America has had to place in their home or in their work. So the founder's idea was to make Starbucks America a third place where people can enjoy their social interaction, relax, or just spend time by themselves. Therefore, it changed a multi-perception of a customer at that time from buying a coffee to drink to enjoying the coffee. Therefore, consumers will perceive the brand as a place they wanted to spend time, where there was an inviting environment and comfortable atmosphere. Besides positioning the brand with a strong value proposition, what other factors lead to Starbucks' success in the early 90s? The first reason is they were a game changer in the market at that time. The concept of Starbucks was new, and turning coffee drinking into a social experience was never unexploited by any brand in the US at that time, so that Starbucks they did not face any competitors. The next reason is Starbucks maintained its positioning by consistently applying it in the service design. The first one is the employees were trained carefully to make the experience pleasant for the customer, more than a win-win relationship between customer and employees. The employees at Starbucks know how to connect with customers by creating a friendly environment for customers, lead to the higher customer satisfaction. The second reason is the founder. He believed that happy employees would lead to higher customer satisfaction. Therefore, Starbucks partners were among the highest paid employee hourly workers with benefits or stock options, resulting in low turnover and high employee satisfaction. This allows partners to stay longer and provide faster service for the customer. In conclusion, Starbucks value proposition is not about the coffee, it is more than about the drinking experience. At the Starbucks, integrating the product with emotional benefits. Moreover, Starbucks put customer as the first priority when building up a brand positioning. By doing that, customer will feel exact the same satisfaction as Starbucks expects, which have increasing customer experience at a very high level.
Okay, so now we will discuss about the decline in Starbucks customer satisfaction score. The decline in Starbucks customer satisfaction score can be attributed to the three main factors. The first one is service quality. So as they said, for all of our focus on building the brand and introducing new products, we simply stop talking about the customer. We've lost the connection between satisfying our customer and growing the business. So I think this is the right assumption because Starbucks recent operational practices have made it difficult to sustain the three value propositions of itself, specifically in terms of the customer intimacy. So according to Exhibit 11, friendly, more attentive staff and faster service were identified as the two most important factors when customers were asked what made them feel valued. Yet with the current operation, Starbucks struggled to deliver on these due to the mismatch between the service delivery and the customer expectation. So Starbucks emphasized both the personalization of customer experience, such as custom drinks and a speed of service target of serving customer within the 3 minutes. So, however, customer drink often require more preparation time, potentially undermining the very goal of fast service. So this contradiction presents a significant flaw in Starbucks' approach as they aim to balance the two opposing factors, personalized service and operational efficiency. So the chain of baristas due to the excessive customization may lead to burnout or decreased service quality over time. While automation is introduced to simplified processes, it is yet to be seen whether such system can truly replace the personalized touch that customer valued. So this remains a critical tension within Starbucks service model. So the second reason is the evolution of the customer base. So you know a Starbucks because there's no dedicated marketing leadership, so the company often fails to pay enough attention to the changing market and the customer dynamic. While Starbucks excels as data collection, it lacks discipline in using that data to drive decision. So when customer began to shift and previous assumption no longer held true, fragmented data and a lack of a big picture meant it took Starbucks a while to notice and react. So as shown in the textbook, Starbucks newer customer tended to be younger, less well educated, and in a lower income bracket than Starbucks more established customers. So in addition, they visited the store less frequently and had very different perception of Starbucks brand compared to more established customer. As shown in Exhibit 8, most unsatisfied customers were those who first visited Starbucks within the past year. In contrast, long-term customers, those who started visiting more than 5 years ago, had a much more favorable impression of the brand. So it delayed in recognizing the shifts in customer segment led to a decline in both satisfaction and positive brand perception. So this may lead, maybe because the newer customer groups have the higher expectation for quality and service due to the increased exposure to coffee culture, better access to information, or the rise of stronger competitor. Finally, the reason is not only because of the service quality, but it also because of the inadequacies in measuring the satisfaction. So the customer snapshot mystery shopper program, which assess the four key aspects of the service quality, may not be truly an accurate representation of everyday customer experiences. Mystery shoppers are often briefed in advance and may not interact with staff under normal, busy conditions. So the data derived from this method could fail to capture the nuances that affect the customer satisfaction in real time, especially when measured against the diverse expectation of a Starbucks customer base.
Okay, let's moving on to the third question. How has Starbucks changed since its early days? Compare first on the brand positioning. So, from the very beginning, before 1992, Starbucks was not just selling coffee. The three founders opened a store that specialized in selling high quality Arabica beans to a very niche group of pure coffee enthusiasts. And under Howard leadership, the third place philosophy, like a place beyond home and work, was shaped, aiming to create a very unique coffee experience intertwined with the cafe culture. So Starbucks was built its brand on the foundation of live coffee, celebrating coffee culture with three core elements: exceptional coffee quality, friendly service, and a cozy store atmosphere that encouraged customers to stay longer. And by 2002, Starbucks has become the leading specialty coffee brand in North America, strongly associated with a rich in-store experience that combine a high quality in product with a distinctive service. And as of 2025, the Starbucks brand is positioned as a global experience brand, not just selling coffee, but also delivering quality and emotion to the customers. And that will be illustrated through the company renewed mission remain inspiring and nurturing the human spirit one cup at a time. So let's compare on the second factors, product and service strategies. In a very early stage until 1992, Starbucks only offered a high quality coffee beans and only later did it begin to serve a limited selection of pre-brewed coffee. By 2002, the menu had become more diversified. In addition to traditional brewed coffee, the store sold a variety of Italian-style drinks like latte, cappuccino, iced frappuccino, premium teas, and cold beverage, with light foods such as pastry and simple sandwiches. And the service at that time allowed customers to customize the drinks like type of milk or the flavors they want. And employees often remember individual preference. As of 2025, Starbucks is focusing on expanding its product variety, like broadening its menu beyond hot coffee and tea to include refreshers like fruit-infused tea beverage and healthy fast food like snacks, all-day breakfast, or vegan options. And of course, in this current era, Starbucks consider personalization is a key to focus. And to do that, they continuously leverage technology. Currently, the company uses a technology called AI Deep Brew in order to suggest drink for each customer and enhance their individual experience. And besides that, Starbucks is investing in faster services by expanding the store format like pickup early, drive-through, express counters, and introducing new equipment for further product innovation. So now let's compare on the third factors, which is called target customers. So before 1992, Starbucks primarily served a wealthy, educated office workers aged from 25 to 44, who is mostly women. Store focused on a small community in Seattle who appreciate high quality hand brewed coffee. And by 2002, the customer base has expanded into a large urban areas, still consisting of busy cultural middle class individuals. Many customers develop the habit of visiting regularly, drawn by friendly service and a distinctive cafe atmosphere. And in 2025, Starbucks will serve a multi generational audience from millennials and Gen Z, aged 20 to 40 are highly engaged, along with Gen X and baby boomers in upper middle income high markets. The global customer profile spans age from 22 to 60, typically urban residents with medium to high income and a strong tech awareness. They seek consistent experience like through stores or apps, personalized joys, and care about sustainability and health. So now let's compare on the last factors, which is the operating model and scales. So Starbucks has grown from a very only single store in 1971 to a global network, By 2002, there were over 5,000 stores worldwide, opening three new locations daily, mostly company-owned with a small number of licensed stores abroad. And by 2022, Starbucks had nearly 35,000 stores globally, with around 450,000 employees, referred to as the partners, and the company aimed to grow to 35,000 stores by 2025 and around 55,000 by 2030. Roughly 50% of international market consisting of licensed stores. And about its scale, from the very beginning, Starbucks emphasized unified operation, and initially stores were company operated and located in malls or business districts. Today, the network includes traditional stores as well as pickup only, drive-through, and delivery only format has broadened.
Answering to question 4, we would first dive into the ideal Starbucks customer, a profitability perspective. As Jim Elling, Starbucks Senior Vice President of North American Retail, has said, our most loyal customers visit us as often as 18 times a month. We can see that loyal customers or ideal customers of Starbucks are considered to make up the most profit from a profitability standpoint. Based on the case data, Starbucks' ideal customer is affluent and well-educated. Most profitable customers historically were white-collar professionals aged 25 to 44, often female with an average income of $81,000. Moreover, they are highly frequent visitors when the most valuable segment visits 18 times a month, far more than the typical customers of 5 visits, and they are highly satisfied when these customers not only visit more but also spend more, and their customer lifetime extends to 8.3 years, 8 times more than that of unsatisfied customers. So the most profitable Starbucks customer is a high frequency buyer, often makes larger purchases, has a longer retention period, and requires minimal customer acquisition costs due to high loyalty. Moving on with how Starbucks ensure high satisfaction among ideal customers. Based on the case of Starbucks and the data given, ensuring high satisfaction involves: first, the speed of service. Customers strongly associate feeling valued with faster and more efficient service, and there is a proposed investment of $14 million to add 20 labor hours per store per week, aimed to improve speed of service and thereby increase the customer satisfaction. The second one is personalized service. When Starbucks call this the legendary service, since highly satisfied customers respond to personal touches like baristas remembering their name or order. Thirdly, consistency and quality. Quality of drinks, clean stores, and friendly staff are non-negotiables, ranking high on importance of customer satisfaction. For example, 83% say that store cleanliness is critical. And the final one is atmosphere and ambience. Like Schultz had said, the idea was to create a chain of coffee houses that will become America's third place. With comfortable seating, soothing music, and layout design, they are elements that retain customers and increase dwell time and extend the average ticket size. And to decide the value of highly satisfied customers, we would use the metrics of lifetime value. According to Corporate Finance Institute in 2023, lifetime value equals the multiplication of average value of sale, number of transactions, and retention time period. And applied to this case of Starbucks, lifetime value would equals to the multiplication of visits per month, ticket size, 12 months, and the customer life. From the table, a highly satisfied customer is nearly 20 times more valuable than an unsatisfied one. This supports Christine Day's arguments that the $40 million labor investment is not merely a cost, but a growth level tied directly to profitability and retention.
So the objectives of this investment are clear. It aims to improve service speed, enhance customer satisfaction, and boost revenue by increasing the customer throughput, which is raise the average weekly sales from around $50,000 to $20,000. But the big question is worth doing that? It depends on how Starbucks does it. The key isn't simply adding more labor hours. It's about using those hours strategically to rebuild the strong customer connection that makes Starbucks successful in the first place. So with 40 million investment, Starbucks can achieve the outcomes like they can reduce customer waiting times to meet the 3 minute service standard. As slow service has consistently ranked as a top customer complaint of Starbucks, with 34% of customers prioritizing service improvements and 10% specifically mentioning speed. Secondly, Starbucks can increase the revenue by improving the customer throughput. Investing in both technology and labor will ease the bottlenecks and help them handle customized orders easier, which already make up 60% of the sales and serve more customers per hour. And it's also a way to protect and enhance the return on customer experience investments. If the service gap continues, it threatens to undermine the returns they already expect from initiatives like the store ambience upgrades, partner training, and loyalty programs. This investment reinforces those efforts by increasing the satisfaction, encouraging repeat visits and higher spending, and also the greatest customer lifetime value. And finally, it helps repair and strengthen the brand perceptions. Currently, 61% of customers believe Starbucks cares more about the profits than people. By improving the service quality and reconnect with the third place promise, they can turn that around and rebuild trust. So from all the points above, Starbucks should make this investment. However, it would be logical to distribute the funds based on the factors such as store size, customer volume, location, and the need for extra staff. So can Starbucks deliver customer intimacy? Well, yes, a mega brand like Starbucks can deliver it, but it doesn't happen by accident. It requires a deliberate strategy and consistent operational commitment. And if you look back at Starbucks' original brand promise, it's to create a welcoming third place between home and work. It was built on this principle. So there are two key ways Starbucks can strengthen it. Firstly, Starbucks can use technology like store value cards to personalize experiences by tracking customer preference. This helps the partners to remember names and favorite drinks, which build emotional loyalty and encourage the repeat visits. Secondly, is to train the friendly partners. Employees are at the heart of the Starbucks experience. In fact, research shows that orders handled with a friendly interaction were processed 54 seconds faster, proving that the good service improves both customer satisfaction and operational efficiency. My recommendation for Starbucks is to establish clear customer-centric service standards and behavioral guidelines. This ensures that every partner consistently delivers meaningful interactions aligned with Starbucks' core brand purpose.
To wrap up the case, there are 4 key lessons we can learn from the brand of Starbucks. First is the emotional experience. Is the true differentiator in this industry. Customers didn't just want fast service, they wanted to feel recognized, respected, and welcome. Secondly, is operational. Efficient must be balanced with the customization. Starbucks, they try to combine speed with the customization, and these two will conflict the first time leading to the stress on barista and inconsistent customer experience. The third thing is fragmented data is useless without integrated insights. Starbucks, they have tons of data but lack of central strategic marketing function. So this missed signal and slow strategic response to the market and their customer, and the data is only valuable when it's feel integrated, proactive decision making. And finally, intimacy at scale is possible, but it requires strategic design. A mega brand can deliver personal experience with the right mix of people, process, and technology. The brand can provide consistent partner training, strategic use of data, clear service standard, store segmentation, and customization of store to fit the location-based need of its customer.